Hey guys, I'm Travis, this is Parker Mountain Machine, and today we're going to go over the install for the extended M-LOK rail for the B&T APC308. Alright, for starters we're going to tear down the rifle, just make it a little easier to work on. Obviously you're going to want to make sure it's clear, check your chamber, all that stuff. If you shoot yourself, it's not my fault. So we're going to take our tool here, just push these pins out, they can be a little stiff. They are captured, so they aren't going to come all the way out. Get rid of your lower. Next, we're going to take the stock off. Just give it a little whack there. That comes right out. Just so we don't lose it, we'll pull our bolt, recoil spring, and bolt comes out of the back. Alright, so the tools that you're going to need are going to be a 3mm Allen key, a T20 Torx, and a T25. The rail kit here is going to come in a few pieces. You're going to have your actual extended rail, your lower rail, and a new barrel yoke. Get a pair of short T20s, a pair of long T20s, and a set of T25s. Alright, for starters, I'm going to use the 3mm Allen key and take these two rear bolts off. If these are Loctited from the factory, you may need to use some heat, but our example did not come with Loctite. Alright, so now we're going to take our T25. Take the front bolt off your lower rail. Now your lower rail can come off. Now you're going to want to save the two different types of bottom hardware. Those are going to get reused for our rails here. Next, we're going to take our T20 and take the two front receiver bolts off. We are not removing any of these. The barrel doesn't have to come out for this. These you can keep, but you won't be using them with our rail. Put those off to the side. So now the factory barrel yoke just slides out. That's what that piece looks like there. Again, I'm not going to be using that. So for our rail, what you're going to want to do is install our new lower yoke, and that is extended to bolt into the extended rail here. So we'll slide that in there. Make sure your bolts are lined up, your bolt holes. I'm going to take our T20 hardware, thread each side in. You can just kind of keep it loose for now, in case you have to line all up the rails and everything. Alright, so now we're going to take our rail kit apart here. That just slides off, and we're going to install the lower. That just drops on. Can't really put that on incorrectly and slide back and forth, but everything has to be lined up. So I'm going to go back to our 3mm here. Just do it finger tight while I make sure everything is aligned. We can snug all that down, and we will put the torque specs on the website as well as in the description of this video. Alright, we'll put our T25 lower bolt in. Alright, and the last piece of the puzzle is going to be the extended piece of the rail. This is just going to slide on. There's some slots here, so it will slide onto the lower rail and is held captive by that. Now we're going to grab our two T25 pieces of hardware that we supply with the kit. get that threaded into the forward part of the barrel yoke. All right, once those T25s are in, we're going to jump back to a T20 for the final 2 bolts for the install. These are going to be at the very front of the rail here. All right, and we did not use Loctite for the demonstration purposes of this video, but I do recommend a dab of Loctite 242, the blue stuff, on each bolt, as well as you can witness mark this stuff to make sure it's not going anywhere. So that is the rail. It is incredibly rigid. There's no movement in there. You're getting about 4 inches of extension here with 2.5 lower M-LOK slots on the bottom, 2 up here, and an extra one at the very top for mounting offset lights and whatnot, as well as an access hole on either side for your adjustable gas block. You can use a 308 cartridge for that, or really any screwdriver type tool. And if this does get carbon locked on you, you can go in from the front with a bigger flathead and do it that way. That is our install.